ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to move my monitor, and I forgot to move my mic. Hold on. Oh, mic out of frame. There we go. Perfect. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? There we go. Okay. Now we're ready. Like an old pair of slippers, yeah. Okay, we have everybody. So, there was a few questions I spotted here during the pre-stream. Let me see if I can find those again. Because there were some questions. Somebody mentioned there was a broken link. I need to fix that. There was Dawn Threader. Thanks for letting me know. I'll fix the link at some point. Neil Scooter asks, are the drops running on Twitch tonight? Yes, they are. There are drops running on Twitch, and we are running with the, what's the name of them again? They are called the Blizzard Star Paint Job Pack. So tonight, there is 4 paint jobs that you can get if you're watching over on Twitch. There is, as always, one for the Asp Explorer, one for the Anaconda, one for the Python, and one for the Cobra Mark III. And I believe you get 2 of them after half an hour, one additional after an hour, and then the last one after 2 hours. And I am probably going to be here for at least 2 hours. So if you're watching over on Twitch and you stay with me for the next 2 hours time, then you should have yourself 4 new paint jobs. But for those of you who do not want to watch on Twitch, who prefer to watch over on YouTube, don't worry, got you covered. If you go over to Discord, if you head to discord.d2a.com, you will see in the stream giveaway channel, as always, there is a giveaway running there where you can go and you can click the little celebration icon, and then you are in the draw for one of those, and I'm going to draw those in about 2 weeks' time when the giveaway runs out, and then I'm going to send some keys nicely provided to me by Frontier, and then you're going to get the paint jobs that way. So that's the 2 ways you can get the paint jobs. Watch for 2 hours on Twitch or go and sign up for the giveaway, and then maybe you have a chance of winning them there instead. Okay, now tonight is so as I was working towards your one-shot build. However, I have 0 luck finding pharmaceutical isolators. Yeah, just like everybody else. Did you cross-trade to get them? So pharmaceutical isolators is one of those that is extremely difficult to find because the outbreak high-grade emissions are almost impossible to find. So I would say what I would do is just look in systems where you can find them, but if you find some more common stuff like Imperial Shielding or Core Dynamics or some of those, you know, that you find all the time, pick those up, and when you are at capacity at like Imperial Shielding or whatever, then go and cross-trade them, and then just go back out farming, and then keep on like looking for them, because you might get lucky. And you find one, and then when you find one that farms pharmaceutical isolators, you farm it and you farm it until it despawns, because they are rare. So unfortunately, yeah, pharmaceutical isolators is one of those where it might actually be faster to just go and farm something like Imperial Shielding and then cross-trade rather than going for them directly. Okay. We have a problem. The on-air light is off. How will the buddies know? Yeah, I know. A lot of people have commented on it. I will. I actually, this next weekend, I'm gonna do a significant rework in here where a lot of stuff you can't see, like the table and all the stuff, is gonna get out. Replace it with something else. Not gonna spoil what, but there's gonna be a video about it. And I'm also gonna go and fix some power for that sign so they can actually light up. So that we can get that lighting up as it should. New cockpit coming? Oh yeah, new cockpit coming. I think it's about time that I do a cockpit review on my own cockpit. Pharmaceutical isotopes can be found in massacre missions, aftermath debris. That's true. You could find them there. I'm not gonna spoil what it is. All I'm gonna say is I've basically booked the entire weekend because I'm expecting it's gonna take, my guess is like 10 to 12 hours to completely do the rework, take everything down and putting all the new stuff in and rebuilding up and getting everything up and running again. So yeah. How's the plant globe going? The one from Cheer. I still have the glass ball. All the plants are dead. And so it was basically just like rocks and dirt. So the rocks and dirt we threw out. I still have the glass ball, so maybe I'm gonna do something with it. But the plants, they died. I couldn't keep them alive. Yeah, I know it's sad, but I'm bad with plants. They were all dried up and like breaky when you like, yeah, no. T. Parker goes, plastic plants die in my house. Yeah, my wife's really good with plants. I'm not. I can kill a cactus. Okay, so any update on Virtual stuff? I'm looking forward to buying some sticks, and I can't decide HOTAS or HOSAS. Any advice? Personally, so I played a HOTAS for like years. I think like 5 years, 5 or 6 years. I played with HOTAS, so stick and throttle. And started all the way with I started with the X52, then I had the X56, and then I had 2 different Virtual throttles. You can see them back there. And then I swapped it out for a HOSAS setup with Virtual's Z extension or C extension, depending on who you are. Did I forget? No, I opened Twitch chat. I can see Twitch chat. Hello. Hi, Twitch chat. Yeah, okay, so we have, so I usually go, so now I play with HOSAS, and I absolutely love it. I think if you go HOSAS, I would really recommend you to get, if you're going Virtuals, at least get that Z extension. Yeah. Because I think the vertical ones, at least on the left-hand side, is nice, so that you have I have a vertical stick on the right and a horizontal stick on the left, and that functions as a throttle over there. Yes. Okay. Isn't there a 32 button limit in Elite? How do we get around that? Virtual joystick or something? So the sticks, the Constellation Alpha joysticks themselves, you don't run into a 32 button problem with those, as they don't have 32 analog inputs. So there's no problem there. Waiting on 2 HOTAS with 2 set extensions. Oh, so you're going Pod Racer. Okay, so someone on Twitch going Pod Racer. Lead time are 2 to 3 months. Yeah, so that's another thing I need to talk about in a bit, about Virtual and lead time, because I actually had a chat with them yesterday. So the only places where I run into the 32 button limit is with my control panel. So I have Virtual's control panel 1 and 2. No, 1 and 3, sorry. And there you do run into the 32 button limit. But in that case, I've just decided that those extra switches and buttons is just not going to be used for Elite. I used it for Star Citizen, but not for Elite. And then thereby I have still 64 buttons on my control panels plus a gazillion ones on the joystick, so I have enough for that. So I just didn't bother. But yeah, otherwise you would have to go with something like VJoy or something like that. Okay, so regarding hey Shadow, been a while, yeah. So somebody mentioned that they were ordering stuff from Whirlpool, and there was like a 2 to 3 month lead time, and there is a really long lead time. And as a lot of you guys will know, I have a 100,000 subscribers celebration thing coming up. There's a little there, I think there, here. I can't. Let me see so I can see watch my screen. There, subscribe counter. There we go. Because I'm getting really close, and as part of that, I have been reaching out to Whirlpool and asked if they wanted to be sponsoring some cool stuff for the giveaway. And I had a chat with them yesterday, where they got back to me, and they had a really good point where they said that they would really like to be involved. However, because they have this massive backlog of people who are sitting waiting 2 to 3 months for equipment and for gear to show up, they don't think it's fair that they begin to give out stuff for free to sponsored giveaways before their paying customers got their products. Which, to be honest, is a very fair stance to take, and something I can absolutely understand. So the deal with Whirlpool stuff for the giveaway for 100,000, that depends whether Whirlpool can get through their backlog before that the whole subscriber celebration thing begins at a 100,000. So there is of course still some of my old gear. You can see a lot of it sitting back here. I have like a dual stick setup here. There's a spare here where I'm hoping I can get my hand on another base for that. So I have a throttle, so there's going to be a HO-TAS and a HO-SAS setup that I'm gonna get out of the way. So I'm gonna give that away, but that's of course something that will be sponsored by me, since I'm giving away my own old equipment. But in terms of gear from Whirlpool, that depends whether they can get through the backlog and the back order of things they have for existing customers. They could just put the sponsored giveaway in the queue like everyone else. Yeah, I guess then I would have to make that very clear that you would go into a queue, and that it could potentially be 3 months before the price is even shipped to you. Just because that people are ordering this stuff faster than Whirlpool can manufacture it somehow. There is a huge demand for this kind of equipment, and actually for the build, with the cockpit rebuild that I'm doing this weekend, I actually needed to order a few bits and pieces from Whirlpool. It shipped like yesterday. I ordered a long time ago, but it shipped yesterday, and I think it's gonna arrive on Friday. So there's a chance that it's actually gonna arrive in time for the build, which would be nice. Just some extra brackets and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Dunkel says, I bet people are willing to queue up for Whirlpool gear. Yeah, I mean, if you get a full flight set up for free, I guess I would be willing to wait like a few months to get free Whirlpool stuff. I guess that's a fair point. Ever considered the VR headset? I have a Oculus CV1, the first like consumer version of the Oculus Rift, and I did play with it quite a bit, but I always find in that situation, especially with Elite, that I'm so reliant on third-party tools that I never I never really used it much, and also because it doesn't work well for recording videos, it doesn't work well for live streams. I don't like it, at least in either videos or live streams. So therefore I just decided that no, I'm not really gonna use it much these days, unfortunately. Just upgraded to the X56. Is Virpil much better? Oh yeah, it's a completely different class of gear. You have to use voice attack. Yeah, that's another thing, is when you have like control panels and all kinds of stuff. Okay, why don't we? Yeah. Then there's the whole idea with voice attack being a little silly, especially if you're sitting in voice chats with people and stuff like that. Anyway, let's jump in. No, let's set a like goal. What are we gonna do today over on YouTube? 150. Yes, I think 150 should be fine. So okay, Dungle got a fair point. So right now I'm currently missing 1,181 subscribers. So if we take 1/10 of that, that's 118. Okay, it's 150 now. Let's go at 150. So, for those of you new to live streams, the way it works is there's now a like goal set up over on YouTube. That means if or when we reach 150 likes on this live stream over on YouTube, I'll be setting up a discount code for you guys for the merch store, which you can find at d2eastore.com. And then you can get like t-shirts and mugs, and then you'll get 10% off, and that code will then last until the end of the live stream, at which point it will be removed, never to return. Until next time we make a live stream and make a new discount code, if we reach the goal then. Yes. Good. Let's jump in game. Let's fly some spaceships, and let's go and see where we're off to. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and there was these floaty things, and I thought they were just fun to look at. And I've actually been here for quite a while. This shows how much time I spend on this character. Unfortunately, not as much as I would like, but these are pretty. Look at that. Void Hearts, very cool. Yes, indeed, very cool. Love him. Okay. Yes, I sent this character out here because we needed some B-roll in this area. Oh, let me just get some sound here. There we go. Anyway, let's go and figure out where we are gonna go tonight. Because, as always on this character, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey there. So, I am currently here. There's Colonia, there's the bubble, there's all the Thargoids destroying the bubble, and then there's me out here, far away from everything. I was heading back to Colonia. I was around here, I think, at some point. Or did I make it to that? I don't think I maybe I didn't. Hold on. I don't think I ever actually made it in here. I was planning to go there, but I never actually made it. So I think what I'll do is, let's see if we can't find like a nice nebula that's like in the right direction ish. So we're going there, right? There's not really a lot of clouds in this area, are there? I mean, there's one right up there. We could just detour to that. We could also go there. That's kind of on the way. You know what? Let's do that. This one here is kind of on the way there, isn't it? And how far away is that? About 2,000. That's perfect. We can make that tonight. if we have a decent amount of speed and we don't fall into something and get sidetracked or something like that. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. We have 35 jumps to go and about 2 hours to do them. Did I miss a question? Hold on. Am I hopeful for the future of Elite? I don't think Elite has another 8 years left in it. I think that's very unlikely. I think if the game needs to have some serious longevity in it, Frontier needs to do more than tell stories. Stories are great, don't get me wrong, but there needs to be more than stories. Let's check FSS, nothing here. Let's go. Astro getting sidetracked? Never. I am notorious for getting sidetracked. Hi, Sirius. Can you help me with a mining question? Ask away. Okay, honk the system, scoop the fuel, 30 bodies. Oh, hold on. Is that icy bodies only? Hold on, which one is it? This one. Yeah, that's only ice bodies, so there's nothing in that. So we're looking for stuff in this area here, from that A where we have Earth-likes, all the way up to that A where we have water worlds. So that ALAN area. You spell that out yourself. And since there's nothing there, we're just gonna move on. I keep getting refinery full. I have a lot of cargo and... Okay, so refinery full is because your hoppers or your bins... your bins in your refinery is full. So when you're mining, each rock may contain different types of materials and each type of material goes into a different bin. And as these, you can see those, you'll be able to see those out here in that menu out there. These bins can only contain one material. And if you have, let's say you have 5 bins, I don't know what refinery you have, but if you have 5 bins, and if you have mined 5 different materials, when you're beginning to mine the 6th, it won't fill it up. It can also be because all your bins are full and you have no more cargo, because you have your cargo hold full of limpets, in which case you should jettison some of your limpets. Nothing is going into the cargo. Then it's like the problem with the then it's like the problem that I talked about with your bins being allocated to materials. You can go over here in contacts. Now I'm in space, so you can't see it. But here you can basically put stuff on your ignore list. So if you find a material that you don't want, put that material on your ignore list. So that you don't mine the materials you don't want. Done that. Okay, check your refinery bins if there's stuff in it. Okay, somebody says that there might be a bug at the moment. So maybe there's a bug with the refineries at the moment. It's Jared, it's quite a complex thing to try and work out remotely. I think the best you could do was probably to drop by Discord. Either find someone there in one of the mining. I think there's a Elite mining channel still. Go in there and ask and see if somebody can help you out. I dropped some screenshots of what the refinery looks like, so people can help you with what you need to push and press and what's going on. Because without being able to see what's going on, it's a little difficult to guess. What's the goal for live stream? Just exploring, finding stuff. We're just heading into the black and having some fun, looking at whatever Elite throws at us. And that is also just rocky, more rocks. We're heading towards a little nebula, about 30 jumps out. And we'll see if we get there. If we don't, then we don't. If we do, then we get a pretty view at the end. Okay, so people be watching at the beginning of the live stream. You should have your first drop over on Twitch now. So if you haven't collected it already, now would be a time to now would be the first time to do so. You get your first paint job. Actually, the first 2 paint jobs, I think. Searching for new exobio. I'll go and do exobio if we come across some. But I'm not just gonna stop in any system to scan. Hey, series for like 100 already. That was fast. Hey, 2 bodies. That's not a lot. Yeah, nothing there either. Hey, somebody on Twitch already got it. I think there's been other streams in the past, yeah. But for those of you watching on YouTube, remember that you can still get the paint jobs without watching on Twitch. You just have to go... Oh, I need to check my routing. My routing is wrong here. You just have to go to Discord. So go to discord.d2a.com and then in this stream giveaway channel there, you can sign up for a giveaway and have a chance to get the paint jobs that way. Because I've set up my route all wrong. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting really close to 100k now. So let's just put that on autopilot and let's just go and filter our route correctly. Map modes, star types, F and G types. Okay, might be a slightly longer route now. 30 jumps again, okay, not too bad. Let's go. Care to explain how to properly self-destruct? Either through the menu or ram into a planet. I know, Sirius, I will fix it this weekend. Everybody's bugging me about the on-air side. I will fix it. It's not an on-air sign, it's an off-air sign now. Why are we only filtering for F and Gs? I only filter F and Gs because they have a higher chance of spawning stuff like Earth-like water worlds. I just have a lot of good luck on F and G stars, but actually mainly F stars. You should probably filter those only. But I seem to getting more luck with those stars than any other types. Yes, that's actually what Twitch. I'm gonna turn the sign on when I hit 100k. So no light up sight. But oh, hold on, we got something here. All right, let's just get away from the star here. Looks like we got lucky. I'm just gonna get some distance from the star, like so. All right, let's see. What do we have here? See, that's the rocky ice. That. There is a rocky ice as well. Are we? Oh, that's a water world. Okay, there is a water world. See, there's the water world. There's two water worlds. Ooh. And we're just looking for exobiology while we are here anyway. Or for anything really that's worth paying attention to. We got one biology there on planet 1. But if there's only one, it's probably not. And there's another water world. Okay, done. Let's check it out. Oh, that's the. Of course, it's landable. It's okay. Let's see what we got here. Come on. That one's terraformable. That's nice. That should yield some nice money there. And there's also a terraformable high metal content, so we're gonna map this one too, because there's some decent money in that too. And here we have another high metal content, but this one was the one with the life on, the biology on it, so we're just gonna go and check that too. So we're gonna start out, and we're gonna make our way inward. So we're gonna go there, and make our way in. Okay, let's go. Is FA off working well with your HOTAS or any HOTAS really? Yeah, I think it's a lot easier to control FA off. Hawks had a great video on this today. I haven't seen Hawks' video today. I should go and do that. We're flying the Crate Phantom today, people are asking. Hold on. There we go. I just want to check. Yeah, we're the first in system, so we are going to get first footfall on that planet. Robert, it's the Crate Phantom, so that's the exploration one, not the Crate Mark II. Okay, we should almost be in range. There we go. What we got? 6 probes. Waiting for the reload. Is it possible to have multiple characters on one account? Like one in the bubble and one in the middle of nowhere? Or do you just have multiple accounts? I just have multiple accounts. You can only have one character per account. Okay. That one's done. Next. Interesting pattern of probes. Did you get the engineered probes for greater range? I can't remember if this one is engineered. Again, I haven't really been in any like populated area with this thing for years. Detailed surface scanner. Nope, it's not engineered. So it's just a stock one. If my exploration rank goes up and I then spend all my money, do I then have to start from 0 towards the next progression? No. So progression is just added at the moment you sell your data. And from that point on, you can do use the money to whatever you want. The rank updating has a lag to it. Yeah, it's like everything else in Elite. You need to relog in order for it to work. The same with engineer unlocks. The same with all the like. Just relog main menu back in. Do you also have like a main account? Do you have an account for different things you can do? So I have my main, what I consider my main account, which is the one I keep in the bubble. That's the one I do all my Thargoid combat on, and basically everything that happens in the bubble is done on that account. Then I have a second account in the bubble, which is the Howard O'Connor account. And that's the one I did my whole on-foot only playthrough on, where I tried to unlock all the on-foot engineers and get a fully upgraded suit and weapon without ever setting foot inside my own spaceship and only using Apex shuttles. And that account is still in the bubble. And then I have this account, which is my exploration account that I keep out in the black. For whenever I feel like getting away from the bubble and going out do some exploration, then I have an account out here that I can just log into, and then I'm in the black and I can go and fly and explore planets and look at pretty stuff. And then if I get bored with that, I can just log out, log into another account, and I'm back in the bubble, ready to fight stuff. So, 6 probes, let's go. Wait for the reload, there's the reload. Yeah, Howard was fun.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Okay. Next is the terraformable high metal content. They are quite valuable too, so let's go and pick that up as well. Why we're not flying. There we go. Would be fun to play with friends from time to time and do some bounties and then be able to switch to exploration instead of having to start all over again. Yeah, that's why I do it, because I like being able to just go out and play with friends if I feel like it, or go out and be in the middle of nowhere if I feel like it. Just that, like, that ability to choose. What is the counter? The counter is my subscribe counter, going for, so we can keep an eye on it as we get closer to 100,000. It's quite slow tonight, we'll see. But if you switch between accounts, how will developers know you're serious about finding Raxter? I'm not, really. Yeah, Joe is actually right. We need some way for on-foot characters to access fleet carriers without hitching a ride. Yeah, exactly. Question, how long does it take to grind Guardian Tech? That depends how much you need. You can do it in a few evenings if you're efficient. Are you going to do something special for 100k? Oh yeah. I have a lot of things planned. I think I'm leaning more and more towards just having, well, the plan. Let me take a step back here. My plan is to have a 2-week celebration period where I'm gonna celebrate the whole like 100,000 subscriber thing. And that's gonna, yes, as I said, it's gonna run for 2 weeks, and during that period there's gonna be a number of giveaways running as well. And I'm still getting the final details in and getting sponsors in for the giveaways and stuff like that. So there'll be more stuff. I'll make proper announcements of it as we get closer. Yeah, not a 2-week long stream, but during that 2-week period, I'm leaning more and more towards doing just a ton of live streams, right? So I want to do like a, I want to try to see if we can get like a 0 to hero kind of gameplay going. Maybe either get a new account or just reset Howard. Look at that planet. It looks like it's a big cloud. Either get a completely new account, reset Howard back to nothing, and start all over on that account. I don't know yet. So that's one thing. Probably want to do something similar in Star Citizen. Oh, I'm just gonna fire that. Where we also spend like 10 hours and see how far can we get in 10 hours there. Or maybe it's not going to be 10, maybe it's going to be 8 or 6 hours or something like that. Just a relatively longer live streams.
Surface scanned by 50%.
And I'm also planning to live stream, to try and live stream the original Elite. Because I think it could be fun going back looking at that. And then with Kerbal Space Program 2 coming out, there's probably also going to be a Kerbal Space Program 2 live stream. So basically just have like 2 weeks where instead of the usual videos, there'll just be a lot more live streams. I'm leaning more and more towards that. I think that could be fun. Okay, last planet we need to scan in this system. Bring Carlos back to life, yeah. I probably should do like a recap. That's actually a good idea. Did I make it all the way through? No, I haven't. I have. There is going to be more Deliver Us Mars videos. I have not played it all the way to the end yet. I try not to. Like, it would be easier to sit down and just play it over a weekend, but I prefer to actually play it and then record, upload video, and then play it so that I kind of experience the game in the same pace that the videos goes out. I don't know why, but it just feels more right to do it that way. Also because then I can, if you guys have some feedback to the way the videos are structured, if you feel like they're too long, they're too short, and you comment on it, then it's easier for me to go and correct that to make the videos more enjoyable for you guys. Yeah, exactly. It's more like sharing it with you guys. Exactly. I think it's more fun that way. One minute of streaming. I was actually I was considering doing like 1 second, like 100,000 seconds live stream, and then realized that's 27 hours. It's kind of in reach, but it's also a very long time to be live streaming. Yes, Sebastian, yes, there is a light goal. It is 150,000. 150,000. 150. Okay, let's see what we get here. 6 probes. That's a big boy planet. Gotta be careful if we land on that. Elite Star Citizen, which do I think is better? That depends what I want to do. The Exploration Elite, I like that better. I like the mining system in Star Citizen better than the mining system in Elite. Okay, so it's just Bacterium, but just for the first footfall, we're gonna land on it anyway. And then scan them, and then we should be good to go. Uh, 27 hours of streaming across a week would be nice. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the entire amount streamed would be more than 27 hours across the entire event. So there will definitely be a lot of live streaming, because if I'm planning just two live streams, one Elite, one Star Citizen, that's going to be covering 10 hours each or 8 hours or something, then we're almost there, right? And then throw in a Kerbal stream, throw in a 1984 Elite stream, we're almost there. Tell me your opinion about the Federal Corvette. It's a great boat. If you like to go pew-pew and shoot NPCs, then it's a great boat. How do you know if the planet can be terraformed? Let me just get this thing on the ground and I'll show you. It's not water. It's where there is potential for plant life. It's just an overlay that shows, like, if I go out of analyze mode, you can see there. Okay, so people ask about the terraformability of planets. If I click on this water world, you will see here terrestrial water worlds with an active water-based chemistry and carbon water-based life. When I click on this one, you'll see that blank line there, that empty line, gets filled out, and it says this body is a candidate for terraforming, and that means that this planet can be terraformed. Same with this one here. You can see here we have a high metal content world. This body is a candidate for terraforming, whereas this one is not a candidate for terraforming because that line is not there. So just basically looking for whether it says so in the description or not. And then I know terraformable water worlds, very, very profitable. Normal water worlds, very profitable, and these decent profitable. Okay. Who and where should I turn to if you want the most up-to-date Raxler info? There is no up-to-date Raxler info. There's a lot of theories, and there's nothing confirmed. Now, I can't really see any kind of bacterial patches here. So let's keep looking. Oh, there's one. Spotted one. Bosa Post says, gonna buy Star Citizen from my first salary. Nice. Got any tips where to start? Yes. So I actually have a new player's guide from 3.17 that goes over it. The things, or some of the things, but there's also going to be a new one out when 3.18 comes out, which should be in a few weeks. So be advised, there's going to be a server account reset when 3.18 comes out. So if you're buying it, if you're planning to buy it within the next couple of weeks, then know that when 3.18 comes out, your account is going to be reset. And I am planning a new player's guide to Star Citizen when 3.18 comes out. Am I in the wrong suit? Oh, there it is. Wait, is Star Citizen Xbox controller compatible? Yes, it is. But the first thing you can do if you're considering picking up Star Citizen is you can go to getstarcitizen.d2a.com. And then you can sign up from there. Then you will use the code. You can also see it on screen here. Just turn it on for you. Also, if you go to getstarcitizen.d2a.com and sign up from there, it will automatically apply the code. And that means that you're gonna get some extra starting credits, and I get a referral point that I can use for in-game stuff and things. I'm not getting paid for it. I just get some pretty ships in the game. I am not. I mean, the color of the bacterial patches is quite annoying. That gray color, making it a little bit harder to spot. So every player who has grinded for a very long time just lose all the progress. Yeah, that unfortunately happens from time to time when they do account resets. Oh, there's some there. Sean says, you said Elite Dangerous maybe doesn't have another 8 years. Oh, we already had one. Oh, okay. Hold on, give me a second here. Just gonna answer Sean's question, then we're gonna look at a regular light goal here. The Elite doesn't have 8 years left in life. And do you believe Frontier would make another Elite? Yes. I don't believe it's gonna be right away. We would like to see a gap like from where the game is essentially like in maintenance mode. It's not gonna be maintenance mode and then the day after they're gonna have the next version of Elite ready, but it is still today one of their most successful IPs, and it is their original IP, I think. So I have a hard time seeing them not making at some point a follow-up to Elite, simply because Elite. There's a bug for you. Yeah. Okay, we're stuck. We need to log out. Okay, so that's a good point to ask you guys for suggestions for. I need to log out the desktop. For suggestions for the giveaway code. The discount code. What do you guys want? What should the giveaway or the discount code be? Almost there, Jeff suggests. Crash to desktop. It wasn't technically a crash, it just didn't load the planet. Blackadder. Found it. Vraxler. Out there. On air, off. Okay, I think I actually kind of like that as an idea. I think I know what we're gonna. I think I know where we're gonna go for. Let me just sign in here so I can set up the code for you guys. You can't see chat right now. Give me a second. Create promotion, promo code. It's gonna be off air. 10%. And until the end of the live stream, like so. Save it. Hold on, give me a second. Off air. There we go. So if you go to d2eastore.com and use the code off air, not on air, but off air, then you can you'll get 10% off. And that code is going to last until the end of the live stream. Okay, we're back. And there should be a bacterial patch somewhere around here. That still has it. Oh, there it is. Okay, done. Next system, moving on.
Landing gear retracted.
Come on, boost. Next system en route. Oh, we lost the route because we had to relock all them. Recalculating. Target next system. Is that above the horizon? It is. Do you see a significant increase in merch sales during live stream? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, the vast majority of sales actually happens during live streams. I guess people, I mean, for people who, realistically, the people who buy merchandise has probably watched the channel for a while. And if they've watched the channel for a while, they've probably been wise to the fact that I always put up these codes during the live streams. So if people are considering buying something, it's very likely that they're gonna drop by a live stream and then hang out until the code is here, and then they can go and buy their merchandise, which is absolutely fine. That's why the code is there. Will my computer a Lenovo Idea-centered gaming computer? Okay, that was not. I thought it was a question. And don't forget your limpet mug. Yes, that's still one of the most popular items. That is the mug with the "Don't forget your limpet" sign on. These viewers are smart. Yes, they know how to get their discounts. Oh, we are fully fuel scooped. They're sitting here waiting for the fuel scoop. We're like, why are we not scooping? And why haven't we honked the system? And why am I such a bad explorer? Honk. Oh! I think that's a gas giant. No, that is a water world. Another water world. Okay. Well, FSS. Okay, double up on stars. Hey, let's get this system scanned. Let's see what we got. Gonna come back to that star in a minute. Is that the water world? Nice, so that's close at least. And then we just have a bunch of high metal content. There's a lot of high metal content here, which is nice. That means there's a good chance we can find some terraformable ones. Also, just keep an eye out for biosignatures. And there should be one more planet. Oh, that's a star. Hello.
System scan complete.
Oh, there's nothing around that star. They just happen to be aligned. Okay, but none of them had any biosignatures on it. So let's just see if we got any terraformables. So you can see that that line is blank. That means not a terraformable. There's the water world. There's a candidate for terraforming. That's a candidate for terraforming. That's a candidate for terraforming. That's a candidate. Wow! And 3 is not. Okay, that means the 2 last ones are not either. No. Okay, so we got our work cut out for us here. That's some money here. Let's just start from the inside out, I guess. And let's get to mapping. Finding all the terraformables. Yes, we do find all the terraformables. Are we the first one here? Yes, we are. Undiscovered systems. So we're gonna get a first discovery on this, maybe. I've actually been wondering, like, if you imagine a water world where temperatures and atmosphere were all in line with potentially being like suitable for human life. So imagine that we have a water world. It's just all water, maybe like a few tiny islands, but mainly it's just all water. Like, what would the weather be like? Yeah, we could land on a fleet carrier to turn in data. Lots of rain, probably. Yeah, but But usually, without, would you really have? Because usually, won't you need the land masses? Because usually, rain like evaporates from the water into clouds, and then they move in over land, and then it falls as rain. I'm not sure.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Plenty of rain falls at the sea. Again, I don't know.
Surface scan
I'm not a geologist or meteorologist, like weather thing. I don't know. Probably a lot of fog too due to all the moisture. Maybe. I have no idea. Whether the water will be wet. Yeah, true. How many jumps do we have left even? 27. in the last 45 minutes we managed to make a total of 3 jumps. See, this is what I mean. Like, sometimes you get on these live streams and I just find it nothing, and we end up just covering 60 jumps in like an hour. And then other live streams I end up jumping 10 because just keep coming across stuff to scan. So I never really know. Usually I can cover 2,000 light years in a live stream, but I don't know. Do I use ED Scout? No. I don't have enough screen real estate for that. I need more monitors. I actually have a second monitor, a third monitor that I'm gonna put up. When I do the cockpit rebuild here over the weekend. Guff says, any goals for live stream? Just see how far we can get and just keep flying. Is there any official stance on tool like ED Scout? As far as I know, tools like ED Scout, the Material Helper, stuff like that is absolutely fine. Where it begins to get iffy is if you begin to have tools that automates part of the gameplay, right? So if you have any tool that basically can play the game for you, then you are then you're moving into a no-go area. And then you could begin to argue, well, where is the limit? Like, where's the border between playing the game for you and macros? Because there might be a gray area there where macros can get so advanced that they are almost playing the game for you. And sure, there is absolutely a gray area there between advanced macros and fully automated scripts. Where exactly that line is, I'm not sure. I have seen tools that I definitely think crosses that line. But I don't think, like, you're never gonna get in trouble for having, maybe you have like a macro that says all pips to weapons or all pips to shields that just presses the same key 4 times quickly. Or 8 times quickly or whatever. That's never gonna get you in any trouble. Like, that's absolutely within the confines of what you're allowed to do in Elite. I mean, PvPers have been using stuff like that for years, and it's not been a problem. How good am I at dogfighting other players? I am terrible at dogfighting other players. I do not do PvP. I'm not a PvPer. You can just go and look at the type of content I make. I make videos on industrial gameplay, like mining, unlocking engineers, going and like making PvE builds. I like to do that.
Surface scanned by 50%.
I think I have one PvP related video on my channel. After like 1,500 videos I posted, I think there's one PvP focused video, and that is a highlight from a old live stream where me and Yamix had a like for fun PvP fight where we like both built ships beforehand and then we went out and we had a fight against each other. That I think is the only PvP content that I've ever put on the channel, and almost also the only PvP content I've ever done in Elite. Other than, you know, just randomly flying around, like, sometimes if we fly around with people on Discord, it ends up in a gunfight just for fun. I mean, I've had multiple people over on the Discord kill me multiple times, and I also kill people from the Discord multiple times, but there's always something where we, like, everybody's in on it. I would never just walk up to people and just begin shooting. Did the events with the aliens end, or is it still ongoing? Well, that's still ongoing, and it will for quite a while. Which of you won the PvP fight? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to watch the video for that. And I am, unless there's somebody in chat who actually watched the video, none of you gonna guess the outcome. How far from the bubble? There's the bubble. 21,000 light years. So that says, to be fair, it was a great fight worth highlighting. I think so. It was a great fight. We were doing it. It was actually part of a training thing for like a PvP tournament. We were doing with Exigius. He was much more into PvP than any of us, and he wanted to get this team together of content creators to join this PvP tournament. So we were basically training for it, and me and Yamix were both like equally terrible at it. And Exigius actually made a really good comment, which also I think is in the video, that even if people are good or bad at PvP, watching two people who are equally matched is always fun. Like, even if both are terrible and they can't hit each other, it's still fun watching if they are equally matched. Does the new version of Horizon use the same engine as Odyssey? The new Horizon runs okay on my PC, so I'm wondering. Oh, hold on. Oops. So I'm wondering if this old thing could run Odyssey. Yes, if you are playing with the new version of Odyssey, so of Horizon. So if you're playing Horizon 4.0, then yes, you are running with the new graphic engine, which is the same graphic engine that Odyssey is running on. Keep in mind that atmospheric planets are notoriously more difficult, and a lot of the on-foot areas like settlements are more difficult than surface sites. Which you can, if I put my FPS counter up here, okay, it's locked to 60 right now. Usually in space, when I haven't locked it, it will go up to a few hundred frames per second, like just around 200 sometimes. On planets, it's not uncommon that it runs 60, 70 areas. When I go down to settlements, special settlements on fire can be heavy. So yes, you are in the same graphic engine as Odyssey, but keep in mind that the on-foot part of it is more resource intensive than the space side of it. David, we're just out exploring tonight, just having some fun shooting probes at planets, and then having a chit chat with you guys in chat. Did I shoot one on the back? I did. It's there.
Surface scanned by 50%.
And that one's done.
Surface scan complete.
Okay, last planet. Let's see how many jumps we can make this time before we run into another water world. Could you use the Aurora view? We're flying through the system, mapping planets. This can save. Yeah, it's true. You probably should use that to save some distance. Usually, I don't really bother because the time saved often is not, unless it's a very big system. But the time saved is not that great compared to just flying. And when I'm live streaming and I'm not really in a hurry, I just, yeah. Any suggestions for playing on a potato? My laptop could handle old Horizon no problem, but even on low settings, I'm having trouble running the new engine. Unfortunately, I don't really think there's necessarily that much to do. I don't really know what, I mean, yeah, I don't think there's much to do. I mean, you can lower all the settings all you want. I could suggest like trying to use the downscaling. They have they have the subsampling thing, or not subsampling, or the super sampling or whatever. And you could maybe gain some performance there, but again, if you're running on, if you have a potato laptop, then I'm assuming your resolution is already at like 1080 or maybe lower. And if that's the case, then lowering the, beginning to run like downsampling, upsampling the game is not going to look very nice at all. How do I set your star filters for exploration? I just go F and G type stars. Sometimes only F. Whee! So is this virgin territory? Yes, we are definitely in uncharted areas here. Alright, we are quite close to the planet this time. Do F and G type stars have a higher statistical chance of water worlds? I'm finding a lot of water worlds around F and G type stars. I think F is the best, so if you just really want to optimize, just go purely F.
Surface scan complete.
Okay, done in this system. Oops, wrong button.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ornstein. Okay, Ornstein, quick question. So you mentioned Shadow PC. So all these, like, do they support like HOTAS? Because all these like remote PCs, I actually had a company. I'm not gonna mention who it was, but it was a company, one of those, you know, that offers these remote gaming PCs. That reached out for a while ago and said, hey, do you want to partner up? And I said, hey, I know there's a lot of people who maybe struggle to upgrade. So I thought, for the new graphic engine, I thought maybe that could actually be an interesting sponsor to work with. So I began talking to them, and we talked about like, okay, so do you have support for HOTAS? Like mouse and if I plug in a HOTAS, can it be used? And they said no, they don't have official support for it. And that was kind of a deal breaker for me. That if we're gonna recommend it, I think it should at least be working well for the games. It supports your Logitech 3D Extreme. Okay. We should probably map this. I've got off track there. Hold on, let's just quickly check the system here before we move on. 33 and nothing. See, that's... Oh, what? Nope, we actually got water worlds again. Look at that. There's a water world there. One more, that's what? We made 4 jumps and 3 of them contain water worlds. Just gonna get some distance from the star. And then let's get to mapping. Okay, really the asteroid clusters to start with. Oh, we got some, that's geology. We want biology. That's more fun. Ooh, very pretty. Water giant. There's another one here. More geology. More geology. More. Oh! 7D. 7 biosignatures, or 7D. What do we have here? Nothing. Oh, we got one biosignature on this one, which is 1DA. Not sure I'm gonna go for one that's like just bacterial patches. Got one bio there. There's the water world we were looking for. We're just orbiting a gas giant? Okay. More geology on that one. Test all the moons here. One biosignature there.
System scan.
Okay, we're done. This system is a bit of a mess. Look at this. What? What? Is that a gas giant with a... It's a gas giant with an atmosphere. I've never seen that before. Has anyone ever seen a gas giant with an atmosphere? I know it's a water giant, but still. Well, we can't land on it. It doesn't have the thing. What? I've never seen that. Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna. There might be some the screen flickering. Don't worry, that's just me starting my recording software. Give it a second. Elgato, come on. There we go. Now we're back. What? Okay, let's just make a plan here because no, I never seen that before. I need to make a plan because I don't think a lot of these is gonna be terraformable. So definitely need to go and check out that water world. And there we had that one, 7D. That was the one with all the bio stuff on it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start there on that water world. Then we're gonna move out and look at that planet. Take a look at that. Maybe even map it, just so we have, so we claim it. And then we're gonna head down here and end on this planet, because that's where we have all the bio stuff. We're gonna go to that planet and take a closer look. Okay, that's the plan. Water world first. Yeah, we're absolutely going to go and take a closer look. We're also going to try to move around it so we can see the light coming through the atmosphere of a gas giant. We're using the FSS scanner. Oh, there we go. It's just FSS scanner, nothing fancy. Honk the system again. Not that we need to, but... How do you have so many stars on your screen? I am just very, very far away and close to the core. If you go and take a look at where I'm at. There's the core of the bubble. And when you move in here, there's just a lot more stars. Just look at the star density with me. And I have a filter on. See? Look at the star density in here. So many stars. Look, it's full of stars. How am I getting on with a new scope? Really well. It had a bit of a rough start. I had some issues getting the tracking to work. But that's all been resolved now. It got a little expensive in the end, but I did get it to work finally. And I've been out with it. I got some nice shots of that, like C2022 or C2022 E3 Comet. Was out watching that. I haven't been out doing much more because I spent a lot of the nights just like making sure everything was working, getting it collimated, and then I didn't like the finder scope, so I had to I got a different finder for it and stuff that wasn't really a finder. It's more of a red dot sight that I end up putting on it. Okay, so that is done. Which scope is that? It is a Meet LT8. So LT-8, it's an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain scope. Very nice scope. 2000mm focal length. It's not done. Oh, hold on. Did I not finish that one? Nope, I didn't. I just need 2%. We should get the 2% there.
Surface scan complete.
Thank you, guys. Paying attention when I don't. It was a big, very big water world. Now we're getting out to an even bigger planet. That's a big light bucket. It is. I love it. It's so nice. One of the problems was, so a bit of history about the scope. The guy I bought it from, he also got it secondhand, and he had a few other scopes, and he always been like a Celestron kind of guy. He always used Celestrons, and then he got one meat scope, and he had this. He bought it secondhand, and he could never figure out how to get it to track properly. And you know, I tested it out when I was with him. It was middle of the day, so he couldn't really do an alignment or anything. But I checked out, all the motors seemed to work fine. They were moving nice and smooth, and they seemed like all like mechanical. It was okay. And you know, you check the optics, and the optics looks fine. There's no scratches in the main lens, or you know, visible scratches in the mirror or anything. So it looked fine. Everything was good. But he just never could get it to work, and he had this thing now sitting for like, I think he said it's like 7 years or something, and now he finally decided to get rid of it. So I got it, and as I said, he got it second hand, never could get it to track. What I figured out is these scopes comes with these hand controllers. Look like this, right? You plug this in to the scope, and this has a catalog of all like stars, nebulas, and you go through that, and you tell the scope, go through like this star, and then it goes to that star, and it tracks it. And as you can see, I have a few of these now. This one here, yes, this one here, I have notes on it. This one here is the one that belongs to the scope you can see up there. That's my old ETX 2500. So that belongs to that one. Then I have this one, which is the one that came with the scope. And then I had this one, which was a replacement I bought because this one wasn't working as it should. The problem is that the version of the hand controller that he got with the scope was actually not compatible with the scope. And that meant that the firmware on the controller could not recognize the scope, and because it couldn't recognize it, it was completely confused about how it was supposed to track, and it just couldn't figure it out. So I had to go through a few of these hand controllers before I figured out what the problem was, because first I thought the hand controller was wrong, and I tried to update the firmware and it didn't work, so I got a different one that was brand new, and that didn't work either, and I ended up finally figuring out finding a hand controller with the right firmware that was actually compatible with the scope. So the owner before the guy I bought it from must have either mixed up hand controllers if he had multiple meat scopes or something like that. At least it ended up in a situation where it was not compatible with the scope as he got it. That's why he couldn't get it to track. But I got my hand on the right type of hand controller, and now it tracks beautifully. Very little drift. You can kind of see a small amount of drift if you compare to light frames taking like an hour apart, but it tracks very well now. So when you scan the surface with the probe, does it chart topography or something? So for some planets, for non-landable planets, it just gives you a map, and then you get some more money when you hand in the data. You can't really use it for anything. It's just money. For landable planets, it's if there is any like geology or any biosignatures on it, they will show up. And where they are, you get like a heat map of where the different types of biomes are, and then you can go and find the different plant types on the surface, and that's quite neat. I like it. His laws, I guess. Yeah, I got a very nice scope for a very good price. I had to throw in a little extra money to get the right hand controller, but in the end, I ended up with a very nice scope. And it tracks beautifully, and it has this like chroma-free coating on it, so it takes really pretty pictures. I just need to, yeah, as I said, I've spent quite a bit of time getting it up and running. Upgrading equipment on it. I got a red dot sight on it. It's actually fun when you read the manual. The red dot sight is actually intended for guns, but now I just have it mounted on the side of my scope instead. Look at that. You can kind of see a faint, like, hue around the edge. Okay, 12 probes. 12 probes. How do we do this? I'm not sure if I'm gonna get efficiency bonus on this, but we'll see. Okay, we have 10 impacts. Okay, we're actually okay. We have 10 impacts, we're at 75%. Let's put one in that area back there. So something like that. So what you're saying is I should buy a U-scope for someone who couldn't figure it out. If you're comfortable enough that you can figure out to make it work, then you can make some good deals if people just give up on a scope. But it's also a gamble. 80%. I'm normally using the mouse for the for probing. I think it's a little easier, but I can also use the HOTAS. I have set up for both. So this is the HOTAS. This is the mouse. Yeah, we're not gonna get the efficiency bonus, are we? Oh no, 1%. I have a small observatory with a 300mm Skywatcher remote control from my house. I live stream in the past, but not too often these days. Yeah, I really want to build that, but I live in the middle of like the middle of Copenhagen, so I don't have any place to actually put up a proper observatory, even though it would be fun to do. And then sit here at home in the city and remote control it somewhere out in the countryside. That's like the dream, but... Okay, let's just take a closer look at this planet. Let's just go and orbit it a bit. Just gonna record some quick B-roll here. That's not it. That's it. There we go. B-roll is recording. Very nice. Okay, that's gonna be it. That was a nice shot. Okay. Let's go and let's find some plants. Should be just around the corner. Looks like a delicious chocolate cake. I guess, yeah. Now you just need to get out of that gravity well. No atmosphere. The atmosphere wasn't really as prominent as I would have liked. You could kind of see a faint glow in the edge around it, but wasn't too obvious. This one down here should be more obvious when we get, at least when we get close to it. Here we go. That's much more prominent. Alright, let's go scan this thing. 4 probes, okay.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Okay, what do we got? Bacterial patch. We got Cloypus. Okay, that is Concha. That is not easy to find, is it? Fungoid. Also not easy to find. Like, there's a tiny region there where we could find this one. Let's just go and see if we can't find a slightly bigger region. And I want it in the daylight. That's why there was one on the dark side there, but there's a slightly bigger region there. Might have to go for that. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. We're gonna have to go for that spot there, the bigger region, see what we can find. Alright, let's go for it.
Orbital flight engaged.
Gotta aim for one end of the area because we're gonna have to find 3 of whatever plant it is we're looking for in this tiny area. So let's just go for that little tip up in there and then just go across. Can we spot? Okay, so it's this down in this like valley area where there's slightly more red ground that we're gonna be searching. I mean, this resource is 200 meters, yeah, but if it's a rare one, we also need to actually find 3 instances of it. Because so far I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything here. Oh, I think we got something down there. Okay, it seems like if we follow the path there, we might be able to find some. Let's just try to put this thing down here and see what we can. Because we stay down in the valley. We just need to find a place to actually put this thing down. Which is going to be interesting in this area. What about over here on the other side? Yeah, hover and drop would be very nice. Oh, was a spot back there. Alright, surely up here. Here we go. Come on, settle down. We got it. I think I'm gonna take the SRV this time. Just because it's gonna be a little easier getting around, I think. Oh, there's even some grass back there. Look at that. We landed right on top of some grass as well. And I want to get the stuff down there in the valley. There we go.
Drive assist off.
There's a whole cluster of them over here. Good. That was the ones we were looking for. That was difficult to find. Now you just need to find more of it, because I don't think this is far enough. No. Okay, let's just go and find more. More of them there. Have we gone far enough already? I'm not sure what kind of distance we have to go here.
Assist off.
Yeah. I'm still pressing F because I've been so used to that F is interact. I should probably change that. We just continue our descent down the valley. You're gonna need alignment after that stunt. No, we're fine. Oh, there's some. Whee!
Drive assist off.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I think we can get out of the valley now. There was some of these more like grass types further up here. Let's see if we can't get out of this valley here. Luckily the gravity here is low, so we should be fine. Hey, get in over here. This area here should be fine. See what we got. Oh, I got some of the Cloipus. That's Cloipus right there. Look at that. And it's the ones that likes to be in the shadow, I think. Yeah. So you have the sun there. It's hard to see because it's far away. But look how it's always, like these shells are always facing the sun. So it's kind of trying to shade the plants a bit, which is quite funny. So this, I think, is the Cloipus. Is that how it's... Cloipus. There we go. So let's see if we can find more Cloipus stuff. Those, by the way, is like pre-discovered. The Cloipus plants is like 16 million. And since we got first footfall selling this, we're probably looking at 75 or something for scanning 3 of these plants. The Cloipus ones. These are highly valuable plants.
Drive assist off.
Not sure if we far enough away. No, we're not. Okay, I think that could be the Cloipus. Yeah, it is. Oh, there are different types here. Hold on. Oh, did it just look like it for a second?
Drive assist off.
No, it just looked like it for a second. I think there's some up there as well. That should be far enough, I think. Oh, that's grass. Okay, that's the grass ones. Okay, I think we're moving into a different biome now because now we got this stuff. So I think we need to move back a bit. Something there. That should be fine.
Drive assist off.
4 times is 4 times the plant value. So if it's 16, let's say it's 15, then it's, yeah, that is 75 million for these. There we go. Boom. 75 million in the bank. Yeah, the other one, the grass thing we saw over here, we're gonna see if we can find that again. We can go and scan that. That is the Futrixile or whatever, however that's pronounced. The grass, I think. Was that the Tux? There it is. This planet is easily 100 million. So was this Tux? Right, that was the whatever. So our ship has left, but we know I saw some more of these plants out in this direction. So just go in this direction, see if we can spot more of this grass type thing. Jump over the valley. Fly it over there on that plateau there, I think. Should be fine. Oh, there's some.
Drive assist off.
Okay, need one more. Oh, something's there. Up to the right, spotted something. There it is.
Drive assist off.
Okay, now I think we can move into a new biome, since it seems we got most of what this biome has to offer. So let's just see. So we can see it there. There, you can see how the color change from this red to the brown, then to the light. I think we're gonna go out that direction. Whoa! Whoops, hello. Okay, hold on.
Drive assist.
There we go. Now we're in travel mode. Might have messed this one up. But we got some of this other stuff here. We saw that before. What do we got? Forgolia. Okay, nice. There's some money there. I'm just gonna see if we're lucky and we can actually scan the other side of this massive patch. I'm not sure if that's far enough.
Drive assist on. Drive assist off.
No, it's not far enough. Oh, there's some other types of grass. We haven't seen that one yet. But is this something too, or is this just Frontier putting rocks? Okay, that's just rocks. More of this grass thing. Ow. I really wish we could have more active scans at once than just one. It's such a time waster. Okay, there we got some bacterial patches over there. Not too worried about those. There we go. There's some... Unless that's the same patch we just went to before. I was kind of backtracking a bit as it seemed like we were getting into a different biome. This might be the same patch as we already scanned once. Just check. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's head down there, I guess, this area here. See, we are lucky there. Okay, that's quite a bit of flying we need to do here. I'm gonna make it just fine. Okay, there's one. Nice.
Drive assist.
Let's go and get some French fries. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, good night. Thanks for dropping by. It seems like they like to spawn in these big flat areas, so I'm gonna try to stick to those and not get into the too mountainous terrain. Why does it seem like you actually have control over this thing? Because I do. Somewhat. Oh. Should probably go repair. Ooh, I need to go and farm some nickel. The trick to driving an SRV is that you're not supposed to drive it. The secret to driving SRVs is you fly it. The less time you spend touching the ground in the SRV, the better. Oh, there's some things over there. Ah, that's just the Klypos. But what is that? Let's go down this area down here. Oh god, okay, we have quite a bit of flying to do now. Okay, there's no way we have to do a landing on that little peak there. Then we can bounce over the cliff and then land over here. Come on, we're missing one patch. And stop going the wrong way.
Drive assist off.
No. We can boost over this cliff here, or this valley. We can land over here. I can't see where I'm going, so I'm flying blind right now. Oh, oh. Ta-da! Wheels up or down. Oh, there's some over there. I am kind of backtracking a little bit, so I just hope it's not a patch we've seen already. Bad battery, yeah, it kind of does remind me of the getting out of a volcano. Please work. Yes, that's the last one. Okay. Done so. Okay, let's... We can see other biomes just over here. So I'm gonna head up in that direction there towards that mountain there. That seems fine. Oh, nope. You don't. Maybe get a little lower here so we can actually see if we spot something we haven't seen before. No, we had seen that one, okay. Ooh, okay, this is a lot of flying. We might have to also go for that. That one over there. We have good altitude, we need more speed. More speed. Nice flat ground here. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's more of those we just scanned. Okay. Maybe we should just get in the ship and then make the ship take us there instead. It seems to be quite a bit further than I first anticipated.
Ship recalled.
The inside of that canopy really should be covered in vomit. No, it's fine.
Drive assist on.
We've got to get a ship. There it is. Hello, ship. Oh, don't get underneath it because then it won't land. And come on. There we go.
Drive assist off. Landing gear retracted.
Covers the distance a lot faster in this. Okay, new biome. Let's just say here is probably fine. Let's dive down until we find something that we haven't seen before.
Landing gear deployed.
Like that, for instance, right there. Oh, I hope we could land just there. We couldn't. Why is this not suitable? Okay, let's go. This need of refuel, that's fine. How many have you scanned? 4?
Low gravity warning.
So we also have the grass thingies here. But we see that quite a lot. And there's a lot of grass around here. But those are the ones I'm interested in.
Drive assist off.
Yeah, we scanned 4 types now. Now we've seen this type. And I can already see what over there. You can see one all the way over there, the red dot in the distance. There's one. This one I think is too close. But also, it seems like they like to be at the edge of mountains. So that's a nice thing to keep in mind. We're gonna go over to that one. And see if we can't scan that. Yeah, I might skip the bacterial patches because they're not that valuable. But if I can get everything else, that would be great. Are these 800 meters? That it might actually not be enough.
Drive assist off.
Nope. Okay, it seems to be there's quite a lot of it up in this mountainous region, so I think I'm just gonna keep... Yeah, I'm gonna keep going down this, like, valley here, between the mountains and the light area. Because there seems to be spawning a lot of it here. And then we're hopefully gonna fight some in, yeah. Travels across the galaxy to explore strange new worlds. Find life, runs it over with an SRV. Yeah. And 3, 2, 1, and take off. So that was the one we scanned. So now we just need to move 800 meters, which is like, what, 20 seconds of this kind of speed. Maybe a little bit more, 30 seconds. It's all over the place. Okay, there's one up there. Surely that must be far enough. Oh, this is gonna be a very steep angle touchdown.
Drive assist off.
And then we're just gonna continue out that direction there, I think. Because that one there is too close. So we're gonna go a little further. There's one out there, I spotted one. Not this one. There's one slightly further. Oh, can I clear this? Yes, I can. No, don't you do that to me. Stay on track.
Drive assist off.
Do you ever feel self-conscious about how I play when people are watching? No, not really. Because if I do something stupid, it's still fun and entertaining to watch. That one is done. Look at that. Blue speckles. How much money do I have in Elite? This character, not that much. My main character, I think I'm down to like 12 or 11 billion or something like that. So usually quite a bit of money. Now we're just gonna drive back towards the ship, and then we're just gonna pick up some grass along the way. Pick some flowers. Not the spicy ones that we have in the bottle that's attacking the stations, but the pretty ones that grows on random moons around the galaxy. Some grass there, that should be fine. Don't need that much distance for these.
Drive assist off.
Stupidity is high-end content. Yeah. Look, this one even has flowers on it. Max says, dude, you don't land, you crashed, you do know that. Yeah, I know, I'm fine. I'm fine, look at that, we have plenty of health left. It's still 100%. I don't see what the problem is. SLV is fine, can handle it. There was some grass right next to the SLV as well, let's go and scan that. There was some there, we could probably just scan that. Let's just go to the SLV. Not to the SLV, to the ship. Oh, there was some right next to the ship. I thought there was some right here.
Drive assist off.
Okay, scan this thing. Ta-da! And now we just need the bacterial patches, and I don't really care for those. So we're gonna call this planet done. Hey, Mark Allen, thanks a lot for becoming a member. Welcome to the channel. Really glad to have you here.
Drive assist off.
And we are off. That didn't take as long as I feared it would. It was actually okay. So how many jumps? We managed to make 4 jumps. I think we started at 35. I think we had, can't remember how many jumps we started with. I think it was 30. I'm glad you do, Mark. Mark says, thanks. I seem to learn a lot from your videos. You're very welcome. I am glad I could be of help. Okay. We can go a little further. I can go a few more systems. Just one more system. Just one more. It's fine. No problem.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just a couple of more jumps, and that's how you end up streaming until way too late.
System scan complete.
Okay, just to start this one, so we can move on to the next system.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Dunkel says, did the same in Hogwarts today and ended up with a thing. Yeah, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy as well, and it's always like, because the quests have that length where the individual quests are not terribly long. You can often complete a quest in like 10, 15 minutes. So it's always like, I can do one more quest, and it's always just, one more quest, one more quest, one more quest. And then all of a sudden you've been playing the thing for like a day, and it's like, where did the time go? I had stuff to do, and yeah.
Disengaged.
John says this happens to me with X4. Yeah, I love it when games does that, when you just get sucked into it. That's a rocky, like your rocky ice world. Yeah, so nothing there.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want to make at least 10 jumps today. Down to 20 jumps from our random destination that's not our destination at all. E2A, you have the SecretLab 2022 chair or the 2020? I think I got mine before 2020. I've had this for a long time. Magnet? Okay, I must admit, I have not seen the 2022 model. I've had this for a very, very long time. One of their older Titans chairs, but I'm really enjoying it. Nothing there either.
Frameshift drive charging.
Accomplishing things in real life is for other people. Yeah. Looking at the Titan series, and they only sell the 2022 and the 2020 models. Okay. I think back when I bought this, they only had like, there was the Titan, and that was it. And they had other models, but in the Titan lineup, they only had this one.
Fuel scooping.
But of all the office chairs I've ever owned, this is by far the one that I've had the longest and I've been the happiest with. Which is also why I don't mind having them on as a sponsor. Because it's a product that I actually use myself and enjoy. What direction am I heading? Random-ish towards Colonia. Like, we are here, and I'm flying there, and then I'm heading into a bookmark I have here I need to go and visit. And then I'm probably going to continue out there towards Colonia. So, in like 2 or 3 years, I'll probably reach Colonia. we did check this system, right? Yes, we did.
Frameshift drive charging.
Aren't you interested to be the first to set foot on planets? We have multiple first footfalls today. I just don't want to scan every single system because then I'm never going to get there. So the tactic I use when exploring is I look in the FSS scanner, I look for water worlds, Earth-likes, and ammonia worlds. If I spot any of those, I'm gonna stop and scan the system. And then if I come across interesting planets with a lot of biomes on it, or a lot of biology on it, or if I come across terraformable high metal content, I'll go and scan those as well. But I don't stop and fully scan every system. Unless I know there's something of interest in that system. So for instance here, there's nothing of those 3 planet sites that I'm looking for. So I'm moving on.
Charging.
Oh, getting a little low on fuel. We should probably do a fuel stop here on the next star.
Fuel stupid.
17. Just a good, nice dive into this planet. Get some fuel. There we go. And stop there while we look at the FSS scanner. So again, nothing in that Earth-like ammonia area. It's all gas giants and lower than the area we're looking for. What does the FSS scanner actually do? I'm quite new to the game. Okay, I'll show you once we get to the next system here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, probably a good point there. Mark says this after he mapped the planet, he looks up for additional signals. Sometimes we find something interesting. I probably should make that a habit too, but I always forget. Okay, next system here, we're gonna look at the FSS scanner. So if you want to use the FSS scanner, first you need your detailed surface, and also your discovery scanner. You can see I have that there on the right side of the screen in blue, lower, just above the ship hologram. So as soon as I arrive in the system, we're gonna pull that and honk the system. Now we honk the system. So we have now made the first basic scan. We now know which type of planets are in the system. We don't know where they are. You can see if I open up the map here, I can't see them. I know there's 27 objects. So there's a ton of planets and moons here, but I can't see them yet. But if I open up the FSS scanner, you can see down here, there's a number of different signals. And if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you can see what those different signals corresponds to. So this, for instance, is a gas giant. So if I go and I say, okay, there's a signal there, that's the gas giant. Let's just go and scan that. There was the gas giant. And it probably has a bunch of moons around it. And we can go and scan those moons too, if we wanted to. There's more stuff in here. And I don't want to get in and scan all of it right now, but if you then go and check, as we basically just scan through the system, you can now see if we open up the map, we now discovered that gas giant and the 2 moons we just scanned. And we can then see them, and then we can begin to get more information about them in here. Right?
Frameshift drive charging.
Is that easy? And the next installment of the Deliver Us Mars. Yes, it was planned for this week, but then some things got moved around and it got pushed, but hopefully next week. Fingers crossed.
Fuel stupid.
So, again, we open up the FSS. I'm looking for stuff in this area here.
Disengage.
You can see that there's nothing that is a gas... Oh, is that a water world? That might actually be a water world there. That is a water world. Yeah, I know, but I have the next video ready. I just need to publish it, but yeah, things got moved around. Okay, let's go and FSS this system. I know it was a bit of a cliffhanger last time. very pretty. Ice body with rings. There's some geology on that one. More geology on that one. There's the water world. There's 2 signals here. Very nice water. Oh, ammonia based, okay. Little snowball there, and there should be 2 more somewhere. They're both here. Probably nothing on those.
System scan complete.
Okay, so now system scan is complete. We can go and plan our route. That's a cute little one. So right now I'm just looking for nice terraformable water world, and then this is terraformable high metal content. Yes, because it's in the Goldilocks zone. We didn't even land on it. Landable and terraformable, that's actually quite neat. And that's not. So we just have those 2 planets here we need to scan. This class 2 gas giant, I can't remember the gas giants. No, I promise it was not Hogwarts. Okay, so here's what happened. So I had there's a small, like, a one-man little indie game that I've been taking a look at. And I wasn't really sure when that video would be live, because when you're working with like, it's not a sponsored video. He's not paying for it. He sent me a key so I could get access to the game. But it's like a one-man thing. It's quite fun, actually. The idea with the game is that you play in the 1960s, and you kind of play in an alternate timeline, where the Apollo program did not end, but the Apollo program continued after the moon landing, and you began developing a moon base, and you kind of play through that alternate timeline where that continued. It's still very early in its development phase, but it was quite a fun little game to try. But when you are working with people like that, obviously they're very interested in getting the stuff out as quickly as possible. But when I do reviews of things like that for people, then I often like to send it to them in advance, and they can come back and say, well, if they feel like that I misrepresented it or something, then they have a chance to say it before I publish the video. Not that, like, if they don't necessarily like the video, or if I said something about the game they didn't like, that's their problem. But there we go. But it's just if they feel like I misrepresent them, I don't want that to. Don't like that. But anyway, that also means that sometimes it's difficult, because there's this going back and forth, it's sometimes difficult to plan exactly when videos like that goes out. And that was one of the things that kind of got pushed, and then I did some poor planning and realized, oh, all of a sudden you have KSP2 coming out, and I need to make room for that too, and yeah, things get pushed. But I promise you I will get Deliver Us Mars, the next episode, out soon. I know I'm a bit behind on that. There's a show called For All of Mankind like that. Oh, cool. Yeah. I mean, the game is like a one man indie product, or an indie game. So like development is obviously not as fast as if it was a full-on studio. But I get a lot of these indie studios that reach out and they might be like very small, and to be honest, in 90%, probably more than 90% of the cases, I end up saying no thank you, thanks for the offer, but I'm not interested. That's a very dense atmosphere. Simply because it's just not very good, and when it is a small indie studio, I would rather not do a video on it than do a video on it that and just either have to not be sincere about it or point out a lot of flaws or things I don't like about a game. So I really only do these videos if I actually think what they've done is interesting or cool in some way.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay. Did I actually miss that on the back? Oh, it is also a 7 probe planet. It's a little bigger. So it's just fire one. Let's see here. Yeah, let's fire one like there. So still get the efficiency bonus. Hopefully we hit it like around there. Be ideal. Oh, way off. Should be enough though to come on. Yes.
Surface scan complete.
Lava spouts. Yes, these are all the geologicals on this planet, but again, I'm not really interested in that. Well, let's just check for signals. No signals. Okay, no signals.
Frameshift
Moving on.
charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2. System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
System scan complete, so that means no planets. Scoop a bit of fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
And honk the system. 29 bodies, but nothing that we're looking for. We can begin to see the nebula out there in the distance now. You guys see it? It's a little faint still, but we're getting there. What graphics card do I use? Yeah, thank you, Dunkel. I use a 2080 Ti. Well, I've skipped a few generations. Simply because I think there is maybe the fourth generation of the Nvidia card there, or the 4000 series of the Nvidia card. There might be enough to justify an upgrade, but they're just so expensive, to be honest. Do I have any upcoming fleet carrier trips in the pipeline? Not at the moment, no.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I agree, Dunkel. I think the 3000 and 4000 series, Nvidia got a little greedy there. So I'm not super happy with the price point. That means you could buy a lower, so instead of buying, I don't have to buy a 4090 or 4080 or something. But then I could go for like a 4070 or 4070 Ti as also suggested. and I would still get a decent upgrade. But on the other hand, I'm also like, well, as long as I'm getting the frame rates that I need, because there's no point in upgrading at this point in time. I might upgrade when there's enough of a generational gap that it makes sense. So maybe in the next 5,000 series, I might consider it if prices are more payable for like mere mortals. Ooh, we got an Earth. Oh, is that a rocky? Oh, it's one of those. It's a rocky ice world. It's just at the edge, where an Earth like, but that is definitely a water world. Okay, let's scan this thing. That was first go, easy. There's only 9 planets, or 8 planets at a star in this system, so it should be a relatively fast, easy scan. Yeah, that's a good point Calvin has, that you will probably also need a new power supply because they're so power hungry. Where's planets at? Oh, there's one. Oh, we got ourselves a captured object. Look at that. That's definitely a captured object. Gonna show you in a second here. Just check what we have here. Come on. Okay. Nothing here is... So you can see how all the planets are sitting in a nice plane. That one is slightly off the plane, but it's mostly in the same plane. But then you have this one, which is like way off the plane. And because it's the outer planet, it's small. That is most likely a captured object. So that means this planet was likely not formed as part of the solar system here, but is a rogue planet that has been captured into the orbit. That also explains the slightly elliptical orbit that is fallen into. Where you can see here it actually gets very close to the 6th planet. Over here the distance is much larger. So it is quite elliptical, whereas all these other orbits you will see that they have very, very close to circular orbits. Which we should also be able to see from the statistics. So if you look at the water world here, for instance, you can see the orbital inclination was at 2.8 degrees, that it was off. And here you have the eccentricity, which is almost 0, meaning that it's almost perfectly round orbit, perfectly circular orbit. Here you have that that extreme inclination of 101 degrees, and you also see that that it's a lot more elliptical in this orbit. Where do rogue planets come from? That's a great question, actually. So we don't know it for sure, but the leading theory is that rogue planets is like if you have two stars, two solar systems that somehow manage to move in very close to each other, the gravitational forces for the two stars can like slingshot planets out of their parent solar system. And then all of a sudden you end up with like planets just roaming around. It could also be planets that may be formed around smaller stars that don't necessarily go nowhere at the end, but just like dies. And then all of a sudden the star is mostly gone. And then you can end up with planets just like roaming around out there, just free floating in space with no star around them. And it is expected there should be a lot of those around. And sometimes they happen to then wander over to another solar system where they will then get caught in as a captured object. When will we be able to have more than 4 Guardian aX weapons in Elite? A few weeks ago, I think. There is a new experimental module called a weapon stabilizer that allows you to have either 1 or 2 extras, so you can have either 5 or 6. I recently made a build around it for one-shotting Thargoid Cyclopses, where you can basically just insta-gib them now without premium ammo, without anything fancy. Just need some. You do need some pre-engineered weapons, but once you got the pre-engineered weapons, you just go up to a Cyclops and go hi, and then you go bye bye, and then it's dead. Oh yeah. Sneakers had a very good point over on Twitch that the gravity of that captured object is probably disturbing the water well, which is why it is slightly off the plane. That would make a lot of sense. That it has been that's why it's probably been pulled out of its normal orbit. That would make a ton of sense, yeah. Quick summary over the green numbers and stuff that's coming soon. Yes, let's do that when we're done with this planet here. Let's just do a very quick 7 probe thing. I'm just gonna do like, I don't know, some random probes around and look at it afterwards, figure out what to do with it. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so the green numbers is my current subscriber count. I just put it in very quickly here at the beginning of the live stream. And it's just so we can keep an eye on how close I am to that magic 100k, which is getting awfully close. That also means if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate if you would consider doing so. Hey, nice, we got it in 6 probes. When the channel passes 100,000 subscribers, there's going to be a 2-week event where there's going to be a ton of different live streams for different games. There's going to be some really long live streams. We're going to be playing some. I'm going to be playing the like original Elite, which should be fun. Wrong button again. There we go. That's the button I want. And there's also going to be a massive giveaway. I am still talking to brands to try and get some more stuff in, but there's going to be some of the verbal equipment you see behind me is going to be given away. So there's some joysticks. There's going to be likely some ships for Star Citizen, some game keys for various games. There's going to be tons of other products that I'm going to be giving away, both digital goods and also physical items that you can win. And again, it's going to happen over that 2-week period. So, if you want to help me get there, you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate if you would go down and click the button so we can get there a little bit faster. I was wondering, have you ever tried looking for Raxxla? Not seriously, I have done a little bit where I think it was at some point Drew Wager put forward a theory that if Raxxla was in the original game and it is also in Elite Dangerous, then it must be in one of the systems that was also in the original game. So what I did was I cross-referenced the systems available in the original Elite with the systems available in Elite Dangerous, and we made like a list of systems that it could potentially be in. That's the most I've ever done for the whole Raxxla hunt. And after that, I just made that list and then say, here, go use it for whatever you want. And yeah. Has anyone reported on your list? I think people have gone out and took a look, and I haven't heard anything, so likely nobody found anything, or if they did, they didn't tell me, or didn't tell anyone, it seems. Oh, fuel time. Yeah, right. Thank you. Nothing there. So no, I've never really gone too deep into the Raxel rabbit hole, and I'm not planning to, because I've seen way too many people just completely lose their mind over it.
Frameshift drive charging.
But it happens quite often, more often than you would think, that somebody writes to me and said, "Oh, I found Raxel, I know where it is." And funnily enough, every time they either refuse to tell it, or something happened that they can't tell you where to go or what to do to find it. It's very odd that it happens every time that somebody seems to claim to have found it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Didn't I? Didn't I honk that system? Oh, it was an autopilot. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, I was throttled up. I set it to auto throttle. Raxel is a nav beacon that Rick rolls you when you scan it. Imagine that you find a nav beacon that just says Raxler on it, and then you scan it and it just launches a browser and plays Rick Astley.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, what do we have? 9 jumps to go? Yeah. To a random system inside the nebula.
Fuel scooping complete.
Or someone found Raxler, and all there is a stall selling air freshener manned by Howard. Imagine that.
Frameshift drive.
Howard O'Connor is at Raxler. No. My personal thought is it's likely like an urban myth, the whole Raxler thing, and I don't necessarily think that there's anything to find in the game towards it. But if people want to go and look for it, by all means, go nuts. What do we have there? Pretty sure that is a rocky planet, but I'm not sure it's right on the edge. I'm just gonna scan this system for good measures, just because it's not super clear. Yeah, that is rocky ice wells. Yeah, okay. It's all just rocky ice wells, so we're moving on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm looking for anything in particular. I'm just looking for systems with either water worlds, earth-likes, or ammonia worlds, and then I'm stopping there to scan it, and then we just look at what we find. I don't want to stop in every single system. I got quite a bit of data, but we probably should find a fleet carrier at some point and just go and sell.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, getting close.
4, 3, 2.
The real max, are you anywhere near? Where are your fleet carrier? Because if you're in the area, sure. But, oh, double star.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Kevin in chat. Hey, I found Raxler. They're sending out a radio signal. Hello, we are contacting you about your ship's extended warranty.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not real bad, but there are deep space support array carriers out in this area. I'll just go to one of those. There's no point in you dropping your carrier 20,000 light years.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2.
You wouldn't be able to get here anytime soon anyway. Jump rate is just shy of 60.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
What is that? What are you saying, Windows? Oh, what's complaining about? Window go poof. Yeah, I don't know what Windows were doing. Yeah, we can check and show you the galaxy map so you can see where we're at. Let me just quickly honk and check the FSS, then we can take a look at the map.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
System scan complete, so it's just 2 stars. So the bubble is in there, approximately 20,000 light years away, and we are out here. And we're just gonna head into this nebula here, just to take a look. And then at a later point, we're gonna head down to the system there because
Complete.
that looked pretty too. You can see there's a little supernova remnant here. I wanted to go and take a look at that because it looked pretty. You can kind of see the two plumes going out on either side. It looked quite nice. I want to go and take a screenshot of that. And then I'm probably gonna head over to back to Colonia, something like that. I don't know. Figure that out. Yeah, the nebula is very prominent now. You can also see how dark it is because a lot of the nebula is just blocking out the background stars now. We are also only 4 jumps away from the desired destination, which is just a random system inside the nebula. I didn't really go for anything specific. I might actually reroute to one inside the blue section of it, just so we get that blue hue all around us, which is actually quite pretty when you get there. So just scan this system here. 42 bodies in the system, and none of them are of interest to us. Look at that. So what I wanted... oh, I did pick one inside the blue section. Nice. You can maybe go for a... maybe this one is slightly better. We have 1, 2, 3, 3 jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Did I get to the black hole in the green nebula with Tranquility's shop tourist site? I don't think I've been there, no. Love the Lego Apollo. Yeah, lots of that. Also a space shuttle back there. Right, nothing in this system at all. Oh, did we? Hold on. I honked it, but did I check the FSS scanner? I did. There was, yeah, right. There was nothing in this system. Okay, good to go. Moving on. 2 jumps, and we are inside the nebula. And then the next system is just packed full of it's just packed full of like water worlds and Earth-likes, and we're gonna have to spend like 2 hours scanning biomes and. Look at that. Hold on, I gotta go out and get a better view of that. I just gotta get us away from the star here. Look at it. It's right there. Let's just quickly do a scan of the system. Nothing of particular interest. But it should be pretty if we move away from it. We should be able to see that. I guess the distance of that star disappears. There we are. Gonna keep flying until we get some proper distance to that star, so it basically just disappears. You can see the Milky Way there. No, that's the Milky Way. Hold on. Oh, that. Wait. Was that the? That must be the Milky Way. That is part of the nebula. That's the blue stuff. Yeah, the black and blue part separated is actually kind of cool. Gonna see that part of the nebula goes in here, and then just expands out. Space gas is cool. Yes, space gas, very cool indeed. Paint job has taken some has taken a beating. Star is pretty much gone now. Let's see if we can actually see it. It should be right back there somewhere, but it's too small now. Should we just FSS the system? I don't know if we can do it from all the way out here, actually. You can see the entire system here. Just for fun, we're just gonna FSS the system. It seems like all the moons are just around this one gas giant. And there's one more gas giant here. And that probably has the rest. And that should be the last one, yeah. That's a weird setup. Oh, look at that. 8 moons. Lava wells. Okay, I think now that we reached the nebula, which was kind of the goal for today, then next time I decide to go out with this character, we might be able to make it a little bit closer. How far do we have to this? To this area here. We have... only 2.5. That's actually doable. Yeah, I could make it there in the next go. That would actually be pretty neat. Then it's just like 3 or 4 or 5 live streams, then we're in Colonia. Neat. Okay, but I'm gonna call it for today. That was quite fun. I really enjoyed getting back out, doing some exploration. It's very chill going out and exploring like this. I kind of enjoy that. That's fun. Now, if you haven't already, hold on, let me just get rid of all these windows. Yes, Dongle, you can go and do the link spam. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate, especially if I could find the right camera, that camera there. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to the channel. Again, those 100,000, how close were we? Getting close now, right? Yeah, look at that, getting there. Getting real close, and really hope you would help me get there if I, yeah, hopefully we can get there soon so we can get that giveaway running away. I've been planning this now for weeks, almost a month now. So it's getting, it should be quite exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. And get a nice plaque there behind on the wall somewhere. Should find a place where it can kind of fit well. Should we just quickly see if there's any other elite streamers that are on Twitch right now, so that we can go and send. So we could go and send the send you guys over to maybe another streamer that's playing Elite Dangerous. Hold on, let me see if I can find someone here. Who do we have? Oh yeah, we have another one here that's also part of the partner program.
Oxygen would turn it to.
Oh, she has the same headset as me. Nice. We're gonna send you guys over there. She also has partner drops running, so you can go and if you haven't gotten your drops yet, you can go and continue watching over there to get the last few minutes in to get your partner drops in. So let's start the raid over on Twitch. Raid. There we go. Okay, that's good for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in space.